Hello everyone and welcome to my stream. My bit rate is very poor right now. I'm not quite sure. My internet should be doing well. So we're gonna be a little rough for a little bit as my internet recovers. I don't know why my internet is so bad right now. Because I'm showing almost full bars, but my bit rate is horrendous. Okay, we're gonna try and see if it works for a bit. I apologize on how janky this is gonna be for a little while. Oh goodness, that is actually very bad. This is unstable. Alright, we're gonna see if that clears up in a little bit. If not, I might have to put today's live stream on hold. Alright, so as you all know, I have, we're only a little bit into the Lofu, because I've been very thorough in my other planets, and I only progress quests when I'm on stream, or I try to. So there is a new event, which I cannot do because I have not gotten to this part in the quest. Quite sad about that. Same thing with this. Oh my gosh. Let's listen to that again. Oh my. Still can't get to this. Currently Blade has been released and he is currently the banner running along with Arlen, Natasha, and Shushang. I have both of these. Shushang is literally the only 4-star that I don't have, so I'm a little bit tempted to pull on Blade's banner only to get Shushang. I'm not really interested in Blade. As you can see, I've already done his showcase to get the Stellar Jade that he has. Oh, is my bitrate going up a little bit? It's going up a little bit. Still not great. But I've already done his showcase, and his kit isn't really all that interesting to me, and maybe it's just because I've only started the Lofu, but I'm not very interested in him as a character yet. I like Kafka more, but I've also seen more of her, so we'll see if maybe I change my mind before his banner ends. Can't do this one either because of where I am. Currently on Blade's banner, they are running another event to get tickets. I'm curious because they almost never give these kind of tickets out on Genshin, but they've been giving these out pretty regularly with each new banner, or at least new update on here. And so I'm curious if it's maybe because I've seen some statistics stating that Honkai had like a bunch of people come in and then suddenly dropped off really sharply. And so I'm curious if they're trying to get people to either stay or come in because of and then like to use these wishes. Is that, do I see bandages in his outfit right here? Is that a breast binder? So many headcanons. I've actually seen a clip where someone got really close and Blade's chest actually has jiggle physics. Alright everyone, we gotta go get the trans flag out. We have headcanons. Yeah, so that's currently what's happening. Let's see. Oh, my bit rate's finally starting to go up a little bit. Oh, thank goodness. Oh, lovely, it's catching up. Delightful, delightful, delightful. All right, so I have some achievements that I've gotten while you all were away. Bring a gun to a knife fight. Deal 20,000 damage or higher to an enemy whose HP percentage is equal or lower than 1% in a single action. 4.5 pirouettes. Trigger Herta's talent with an ally single action and have her twirl 5 times. And homemade crushed ice. Defeat the ice edge summoned by Cocolia 4 times. So I got those because you'll see in a moment where I am. Here, so I am right in front of the simulated universe, And I have finally gotten to World 6, everyone, and I have completed it, at least on the first level of difficulty. Same thing with World 5. And so the only one, which is the most newly released one that I have not gotten to because it's behind part of the story quest, is World 7. And also, because each of these give you a Herta Eidolon, I'll show you my Herta. There she is. I actually almost have her fully ranked up. So once I get World 7, I'll just need to get one more and I will have her fully E6'd. I can't say C6 because that's Genshin. So anyway. So our plans today is to continue with the main quest. I kind of have to because of the fact that I'm starting to get blocked from doing events because of the fact that I don't have the main quest done, which is going to be something that's going to happen to me soon in Genshin, because for those of you who play Genshin, Fontaine update is coming soon, and I am still in the desert. I have not progressed to past the desert when it comes to quests. I did the entirety of the little spirits quest. I forgot what they're called. The little cabbage spirit looking things. And that burnt me out majorly, so I haven't really been interested in doing any of the quests or doing any of the exploration. I've been doing the bare minimum with Genshin. I'm like only doing enough that I can farm the daily primos so that when Zhongli gets his rerun banner, which I've heard will be with the Fontaine update, that I'll be ready to at least try to pull for him. But other than that, I haven't really had the energy to play Genshin all that much. Okay. Finally, it looks like my bitrate is back up where it should be. So I can stop looking at that. It's flickering still, so I'm sorry that this live stream might have some unfortunate like lag. But we have been having a lot of storms in the area. All right, so where were we? What's the first course of action? So we are doing the main quest. When did I get this? Oh, right, I got that in the main time last time. Yeah. So we want to do that, but Dan Heng, briefly when we were doing the main quest, we had like this little side thing where we saw what was going on from Dan Heng's point of view, and when we got a text message from him, so unlock his side of the story, so we want to keep up with what he's been doing. So we will start with him.
If the shipping passages in Cloudford changed even a little, the entire route would be drastically altered. Do you two know the way?
I do not.
I came this way. I know it like the back of my hand. Just follow me. So, silent but deadly. Let me know when you're ready and we can set off.
It's like, where are you going? Oh, I was about to be like, you're telling me that like when we're ready to set off, so I was like, oh, she's gonna let us explore. But no, we cannot explore apparently. Maybe it's so we can talk to Laosha.
Do you hail from the Law Fu, young Master Dan Heng? Apologies. Forgive my curiosity. I do often struggle to judge the boundaries of small talk. I hope I haven't offended you. Please do. Almost nothing. I was scheduled to leave the Law Fu when I heard there was a disturbance.
Here's my question. Why are you carrying a coffin around?
Miss Sushang here is a member of the Cloud Knights. You could try asking her.
Su. Shang. Okay. Hello! I know it's late for you. It's like, what, 1 in the morning for you? But welcome. Yeah, just as a heads up though, my internet or my stream might be a little bit laggy. I don't know why, but earlier my bitrate was terrible. So just in case things are a little jarring, that's why.
Her name is Su Shang. She apparently just transferred here from the Yao Qing. Every Senjo ship operates individually, but the Cloud Knights are all commanded by the Marshal. Therefore, it's normal for knights to transfer between ships. Me? Huh. Merchants don't belong anywhere. We wander and make the stars our home. But if you're curious, within the Alliance, I'm registered at the Xianzhou Yutre. Within the IPC, I'm registered at the Star Unity Mall branch at the North Valley Star. Therefore, Luocha is just the name I use within the Xianzhou. Outside of the Xianzhou, I use something more difficult to pronounce. I'm guessing you want to know that name too?
Becoming a habit to wake up at this time to watch the stream, I guess. But yeah, I hope if you do fall back asleep, I hope your sleep is good. Or that you fall back asleep quickly so that you can get a good night's sleep. But thanks for popping in.
The universe is a dangerous place. The IPC and the Alliance only provide for our safety during interstellar travel. On-site security is dependent on our own capacities. As such, I had to improve my swordplay and healing skills. You are also a wanderer, young Master Dan Heng. Surely you understand.
That's literally was my question.
Of ill luck. I found myself embroiled in a conflict and ended up owing a favor. Now I must assist in delivering these remains back to the Xianzhou.
You know what would be funny? Is if Blade is hidden in this coffin and the favor he owes is like smuggling him out of the Luofu.
It would seem I am a magnet for such misfortune. I thought I would be safe on the Luofu, but now... Of course.
But I guess that's all that break was for, was just so we can talk to Luocha.
Silent but deadly. Are you sure that nickname isn't annoying you? I mean, you're kinda living up to the first bit right now. We can move out anytime. Let me know when you're ready. Go ahead. I'll tell you everything I know. I heard they found an antimatter Legion bomb. Out of safety, they locked down the entire ship. They'll only reopen it after they've removed the bomb. I don't know if all that's true, though. Anyway, the higher-ups didn't say anything. They just got me to evacuate the civilians of Cloudford. Nope, I met him when I met you. But yeah, now that you mention it, maybe I did see him somewhere. He seems a bit familiar. Where would that have been?
I feel like this is a reference to Honkai, the first game. I think it's Honkai Third Impact or something. I feel like this is a reference to that, but I haven't played that game, so I don't know.
Me? There's not much to talk about. Not that long ago. But I've been receiving strict Cloud Knight military training since I was a child. My parents are both famous on the Yaojin. I wouldn't be here otherwise. They've been training me ever since I was born.
Doesn't that kind of seem... Doesn't that kind of suck, though? It's just like, you're born and your parent... On one hand, it's great, because you know immediately what you're gonna do for the rest of your life. On the other hand, it sucks, because your parents, like, you're born and your parents are like, you're gonna be a knight. You have no choice in the matter. You're gonna be a knight.
Don't look down on me just because I'm a new recruit. Yep. Have you been there before? I feel the Yaoqing and the Luofu have different characteristics. I might be a Luofu Cloud Knight now, but I still think the Yaoqing is better. For example, when it comes to leadership, I don't think General Qing Yuan is as reliable as our Madam General back on the Yaoqing. Actually, forget about the last sentence. Just pretend I never said it.
Insubordination. What an interesting like voice actor for Su Shang, because usually in anime stuff it goes for like a more fake kind of voice or a more over the top kind of voice, but Su Shang's voice is just very calm and very like normal. Like if I was just talking to someone on the street, it would sound like Su Shang's. It's not like different in any capacity. Not that it's bad, I'm just stating that that's interesting, like a thing I noticed when I was listening to her talk.
Huh? Su Shang, what are you doing here?
I have orders to evacuate civilians. See these two behind me? I need to get them out of here quickly. It's too dangerous.
You can say that again. Some comrades were injured by monsters in the vicinity. They only just made it out. I'm taking up the rear. I should be out of here soon. You guys should hurry.
So, I can't remember exactly how many Mara struck we fought earlier, but I feel like this is almost the exact same amount of Mara struck as we fought. So what would be really interesting, I'm pretty sure they're not going to go there, is if like the Mara struck view, like the people who have it view us as like the enemies, and so they were the ones that were attacking us, but we view them as the Mara struck, and so like both sides are hallucinating the other side as the enemy. That would be like interesting for like a bad guy's capability. Don't go running off anywhere. We'll be safer if we stick together. I am trying to explore. Are you telling me I cannot explore? Like at all? Oh, there's no map. Or, I mean, the map is blocked off, so that might mean...
Silent but deadly. Shout if you see any danger, okay? Don't think just because you know a move or two, you can charge off by yourself.
Uh-huh. I wonder if there's any, like, chests, since it's not letting me explore at all. It doesn't look like it, like there's gonna be any chests. You could glance around. I don't hear the chest noise either. I'm assuming she's calling us silent but deadly because she doesn't know our name, and we're just refusing to tell her. But on that same note, though, that Locha knows our name.
You chose the wrong enemy.
Rules are made to be broken.
Another thing I'm surprised about is, since this is a dungeon specifically, I'm kind of surprised that they don't like force our team to be the one that we're currently running around as.
Battles are chess games. No two.
To be like Su Shang, Locha, and Dan Heng. Because that would make sense, because that's who we're running around with.
A will forged in ice never falters. Conflict is pitiless. Battles are chess games. No two are alike.
March is six-faced ice. There was a fight here.
So should I just stop exploring? Because it doesn't look like there are chests or anything, so it would just slow us down if I'm exploring.
A Cloud Knight stricken with Mara. How could the mutations get this bad? Is the Stellaron exerting an effect?
There's supposed to be a passage. Why can't I see it?
Probably because we blocked it off when we went by.
Somebody used the cloud forward control panel to block the road with containers.
Who did this? I'm terrible with machines and stuff. Hold on. How do you know?
I'm a traveling merchant. I've been here many times. Now, for a Cloud Knight to be unfamiliar with the local topography.
Locha gives me Kaya vibes. Like literally what he just said is like he's very insightful, but then once someone questions like, wait a minute, how do you know that? He's like, obviously because I'm a traveling merchant I would know, but then he turns it around on you. How do you as a soldier not know, huh?
I told you, I was only just transferred here from the Yaoqing. I don't come here very often.
And she immediately fell for it and dropped the topic. Are they really gonna make me do this puzzle again?
Panel? Where is the control panel?
Is that the one?
Let me see. Whoa, Locha, you've got sharp eyes.
Alright, it looks like they're literally gonna make me do this puzzle again, even though I just did it. He's just looking at the control panel. Just like, I know this is the thing that's blocking my path, but for some reason I cannot figure out how to get it to work.
Rules are made to be broken. Conflict is pitiless.
The design of the Mara Struck is actually really nice. Like, I enjoy it quite a bit.
We caught them unaware.
But yeah, it would be very funny if he owed the Stellaron Hunters and then the person in the coffin is just Blade. That he's like
Seize the initiative.
smuggling out of the Laofu.
Immortality means forever.
The dead return!
Here is thunder.
A will forged in ice never falters!
So I've stated that I wasn't too interested in Blade, but I've seen that a lot of the internet's just going absolutely crazy over him.
Conflict is pitiless.
So how about everybody else? Is everybody else like pulling for Blade, or are they saving up for Kafka?
More than that.
Or after Kafka, I believe is 5-star Danheng,
Is thunder.
and then after that is
A will forged in
Schwen.
ice never falters!
A miracle.
which a lot of people are starting to like her as well. I've actually seen a leak of her ult, and her ult looks so cool. It's kind of
Made
long,
to be broken.
though.
Conflict is pitiless.
I'm curious how they'll like shorten it, considering that most people play this
We
on
caught them
2 times
unawares.
speed or whatever. Oh, we gotta do the puzzle. I have already done this puzzle though. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. I guess we're taking this to the
Thank goodness. There's one star skiff left.
taking this to the main area.
Where? Where does it go?
Judging by where it's docked, it must be heading for Central Starskiff Haven. Nice. We'll be safe there. Come on, let's climb aboard.
Let's hurry. Please. Not really. I've just seen them before. That's all. Oh. What makes you ask that, young master? I'm happy as long as I get to leave this place.
Because when she says where it was going, you made a noise.
I'm not a very interesting person.
Usually the people who say that are the people who are the most interesting, though.
At this stage, I'm just taking it one step at a time. Thankfully, as a registered merchant on the Xinzhou, I get a discount on all my expenses. In that regard, it makes sense for me to stay a little longer. Miss Sushang said she could show me around if I find myself unable to leave. I had some more trading to do on the other Xinzhou ships, but my main appointment was with Miss Ting Yun of the Whistling Flames Merchant Guild. We had a business deal to discuss, but I fear it will no longer go ahead. Most of the deals won't be particularly profitable. The IPC takes the majority. There's only one that might be worth the journey. A direct trade with the Feng Hu.
That sounds suspicious, but alright.
Of course.
Let's hurry and get on the Starskiff. Something else? I don't know. I think we should be okay. Let's get out of here first and talk about it when we're in the clear. There should be a dedicated evacuation team waiting for us. You can go with them. Not the best time? No need to thank me. Just a Cloud Knight doing her job. That depends on the higher-ups. If there's still civilians to evacuate, then I'll need to come back. Okay, but think...
I do like that they all reference the time, because usually they'll just let you, chat with people indefinitely instead of being like, we're kinda in a hurry right now. Why are you chatting with me? Ugh, and we just made it to the other area too, so Danheng's one step behind us. Really.
Life is as ephemeral as dew on a leaf.
Yes, yes. Yeah, I think I've gone to all of these areas. Okay.
A few games of chess will while away the time.
The Foxians. See, I'm always concerned about window panes like the— ooh, that's pretty. Window panes like this, because I'm like, I can never tell whether a game is gonna let me walk on them or not. Greetings. Master Diviner asked me to wait for you. It's about time. Can't go. I'm busy right now.
What does that mean? It's just a picture. Are we supposed to meet someone there? It's like one of those messages a kidnapper sends in a horror movie.
I also agree. I also think it's like, oh, I don't have the time to go do something my superior said. You should come to me. Insubordination, first of all.
That's enough of that. Come on, let's go.
Well, it's like we don't have time to entertain this. He's such a dad. It's right there. Oh, you don't have time to come get us? We're literally 3 feet away from you. My man or woman, whoever. Esteemed customer visiting the Xinzhou from afar. Are you here for a divination today? Since it's your first time here, allow me to introduce myself. I am the... Wait a minute, that name. I feel like... Wait a minute, when I was in World 6, I got a interaction where it's like, will you praise the gods or not? And if you praise the gods, you get all of the blessings of that path. And since I was doing the hunt path, I got all the blessings of the hunt. But I think when I went to click on the Stellar Jade reward for doing a new experience in the simulated universe, that it was this person that I interacted with. So they might be important. Formerly of the Divination Commission, now a humble shopkeeper of the Looking Bronze. My name is Ryu. Ryu? Whether you're seeking fortune or safety, or simply wish to check your horoscope to find love, or to even request a name for a child, I am humbly at your service. And then you get the deep bells in the background. I wonder if you say I wish to name myself, if you can like change your character's name. Don't we already know our fortune from Kafka stated that our fortune is to save the universe that Elio had foreseen. You've come to the right person. This is our shop special, the fortune for today. The first try's free. Let me see. Oh dear, this scene paints the destruction of the Shincho Shangxing. Fighting fire with woods will only fuel for the flames. Your recent affairs haven't been going your way, so instead of remedying them, you should leave them be. We provide fortune-changing services like the Evil Begone bundle for $1.99, See No Evil bundle for $2.99, and the Only Good Things from Here on Out bundle, $5.99. All great value. What do you think? The names are unique. Those names are of no importance. The prices speak for themselves. Names are just a superficial packaging. They can change any time. You are our lucky 100th customer for the day, so I'll give you an Evil Begone bundle as a favor. This is your lucky trinket for today. Don't lose it now. Do you have anything else you need help with? Fire away, but I'll have to start charging if it has to do with your fortune. This is where we're meeting up, so I guess we're not talking to that person.
Hurry up, Qingque. We'll be fossils by the time you're finished.
I heard there was a disaster in the Divination Commission's delve? I'm surprised you're in the mood to play right now, Qingque.
Qingque. Qingque. Way. Also, are you telling me you're the person that was sent and you are just, you're not even like following through with the order just so you can play Mahjong?
Even if the sky was gonna collapse on the Divination Commission, the Master Diviner would be there to hold it up. What she lacks in height, she more than makes up for in stamina. Anyway, I didn't come here just to play. She ordered me to wait here for our guests. Time is precious. I'm simply multitasking.
No, you're playing on the job. Or gambling on the job, technically.
It's the place in the photo, all right. Is this a games parlor? What kind of problem can they possibly be facing?
Isn't this hand a problem? I have the worst luck. Oh, hi there! I can tell just by looking at you that you're the Divination Commission's guests.
I'm also disappointed, Kalis. Yes, threaten her boss.
I know, I'm sorry. I was going to wait for you by the statue, but... Ah! Triplet! But folks from the Realm Keeping Commission descended on the area. It's too loud over there now. Pass! Pass! So I thought to myself, Wouldn't it be better to meet somewhere quieter? Four of a kind! And wouldn't that be more fun, too? Better to show you the real Exalting Sanctum and introduce you to a true Xianzhou pastime, Celestial Jade! Aha! Victory! Now that my wish has been fulfilled, there's nothing holding us back. Follow me, honored guests.
Throw her into the drink.
I must apologize for your long wait, honored guests.
Uh-huh.
It wasn't too long. Seeing your enthusiasm for this Celestial Jade game has stoked my curiosity.
I'm glad to hear it. You clearly have excellent taste. If you're interested, I can show you how to play. It's great fun.
Sure.
Mr. Yang, is this really the best time?
Are you sure? Man, this is one of the few complaints I have. It's just like, Honkai does their NPCs dirty. Because like, if I understand this right, I'm playing as Jing Yuan, and this is Jing Fang. And they're supposedly siblings, and yet this is our playable character, really well done. And this is our NPC, who is just the normal NPC face, but they slapped a slightly different wig on him with hair color. Which is more than they do for some of their NPCs, but it feels real sad when you compare it against his supposed kin. Who is this small child? The small child looks cute. All the NPC face, like child face with the elf or dragon ears or whatever it is, that's so cute. I really like it with the like dragon race and the Foxian race or the elf race, or I haven't been introduced to the people with these ears yet, except for the dragon, but Bailu, but she has antlers, question mark, horns, antlers, so that might be different species. How do I get up there? Oh, I have to go up and around, or I can just teleport, you know, cheat.
Ah, look. Is that a...
It's an ancient tree. We call it the Ambrosial Arbor. It was once the Xianzhou Lafu's prized treasure.
I didn't know the Skyfaring Commission were history buffs. Not bad. Younger generations usually don't know much about it. It's said that the Ambrosial Arbor is an ancient remnant from when the Xianzhou roamed the ether.
Well, if the star skiffs are anything to go off by, aren't all of the boats here like built on a combination of like mechanical and biological parts? Like you literally grow the boats from a tree seed. So wouldn't the Lafu itself be a giant tree as well?
From a distance, it looks like half a tree stump. But according to records of the early nation, in its prime, it wound into the heavens and from it celestial bodies hung.
meaning?
It means the tree was as tall as the sky and stars hung from its branches.
So, how big was it? Bigger than the Express? Bigger than Herta Space Station? No, that can't be right. Stars hung from its branches. Then, how did it fit in the Xianzhou?
Those are metaphors. You shouldn't take poetry so literally. Anyway, it's just a legend. I see this view every day on my way to work. I'm kind of bored of it.
This is so true about like certain tourist things. When I was in Korea, I was taking pictures of architecture left and right. Like even just like what other people in Korea considered like normal everyday houses. I'd be taking photos of them because it's new to me. It was really interesting to me. But I got asked by quite a few of the teachers when I would stop to take pictures of like a good example, like this pavilion is like something very similar to what you would see in Korea. But it's nothing I would ever see from where I am in America. And so I would take photos of it, but you see these pavilions everywhere in Korea. They are not a like unique site. And so it was like the same as if I had been taking a picture of like a I literally always forget the word that these things are called, and I want to call them like pagodas or gondolas. No, literally I forget the word for this every single time. But if I would just like taking a picture of just a simple like shelter in a park here in America, gondola, pagoda, gazebo, there we go. Like if I had taken a picture of a gazebo in America, people would just be like, why are you taking a picture of the gazebo? You see gazebos all the time. But if you're just not used to gazebos, you might take a photo of it because it's really like pretty and cute. It was the same thing with these things. And so anywhere you are, is that a little bird ornament? Oh gosh, that was such an abrupt change. Anyway, it's just like even if you see something magnificent and it's gorgeous, if you see it all the time, you eventually just become immune to it. So I like that they like pointed that out as like a lore bit because it is very true.
Let's go.
A simpler explanation is like if you grew up next to the sea, the ocean is not like really impressive sight, but the mountains might be. Whereas if you grew up in the mountains, the ocean might be awe-inspiring. It's that kind of thing. I love all the animal-eared characters.
Tractor cleaned or your star skiff serviced?
We're almost there, everyone. Stay close.
So I wonder if this tree is like connected to the core of the ship, and it's what's keeping the ship together, like maybe the gravity of the tree.
Life is as ephemeral.
But it is concerning that it is like almost dead looking. Like it's not, it doesn't have like leaves or anything. That is a bit concerning for its health and the welfare of this ship.
Please don't go running off once we're inside. You may be the Master Diviner's guests, but she hates people who don't abide by rules and regulations. Oh, and people who ask too many questions, not to mention... Please, don't push her buttons.
We're just here for the questioning. We'll leave as soon as it's over.
There are Mara struck here. I don't think that's a good sign. Oh my. Okay. That's rather big. Alright, we got 11, so 10 treasures and a warp trotter per usual. Okay, now to watch me crawl all over every single inch of this place. Okay, so this is what I thought was going to happen with these puzzles, was that different rings would affect each other at the same time. Okay, so I have to get this middle one put in the right spot. And then this one affects both. There we go. It's time to get my Uber treasure chest. Treasure chest on demand. We are not lacking for relics now, especially the 4-star ones.
I'll see you off. The dead return! Conflict is pitiless.
We caught them.
Looks like my bit rate might be doing a little bit bad again.
Show no mercy.
I wonder what is happening to my bit rate recently. We have had a lot of storms, so I wouldn't be surprised if some of the internet lines are having trouble right now.
Is that all? A will forged in ice never falters!
Alright, so that is all of the monsters in that area, so I can do this puzzle without worry. Oh, they go in opposite directions. That's interesting. But not too bad. I will state that was mostly luck, because I was just trying to figure out which way they rotated and who interacted with who. So.
Well done.
Thank you, thank you. Alright, so we started over there, so there's no reason, and a chest straight ahead, so let's make sure to get that. Coolio, coolio, coolio. Alright. Forward. It's like, oh, it's just the path straight ahead. Takes me 50 years just to get there because of... Alright, that's the second locked door that for some reason I cannot interact with it at all. Man, I love the architecture in this one.
A little goes a long way.
Architecture's great. Oh, book. All of the people here are great in design. Story so far is interesting, I would say. We're definitely not immediately criminals like we were in the last one. Okay, this one's easy. Nope. I need it to... There we go. There we go. Another cube down. So we don't have to worry about the society being mad at me that I'm doing their cubes. Yeah, so there are a few different areas that I have not been able to explore because they're locked off currently in this part of the quest. They'll probably unlock once you get done with like the main quest. Ugh, I want one of these. Like a screen. Did I not pick it up? Okay. I was supposed to be like... Interesting. I wonder why that one's like pretty docile.
Rules are made to be broken.
Battles are chess games. No two are alike.
I can see why they give you the option to like go up to the next monster level already, because of how easy it is getting for me to take down some of them, but as you all know, I like to have everyone leveled up prior to that. So currently, I think we're on Herta. Yep, so I'm currently leveling up Herta. And I still need to ascend these two, and I'll have everyone up to 60, and then next up we'll be doing everybody's light cone up to 60. And then, of course, finally is Traces. So we will work on that. And this time, I'm not making the same mistake I did last time. I'm making sure to do the Echoes of War every week, so that I can try and actually get all the Traces unlocked, so that I can keep up with my leveling.
So strange. Oh, let me guess, the gate isn't working? I don't understand. It's never been locked before. And no one told me to take a key.
There are literally monsters in your courtyard. I wonder why it's locked.
Hey, I know the food here sucks, but that's no reason to shut the gate on our guests.
Are you really from the Divination Commission?
No way. She's already demoted me to managing the repository. What else does she want from me?
A competent employee?
There's no need to panic, okay? This isn't the only entrance into the Divination Commission. I know an emergency access.
Didn't you just... I was drinking a bit. Gotta stay hydrated. Didn't you just say that she doesn't like it when, you do stuff against the rules? Oh, is this going through that door I couldn't unlock earlier? Yeah.
Here it is. You're pretty sharp. Stellaron corrosion. What's going on?
I do like her voice, though.
Great. This gate won't open either. We've kept the Master Diviner waiting. No doubt she'll blame unreliable Qingque for messing up once again.
I knew I'd offended that diviner. That's why she sent this girl to help us.
Miss Qingque, if you don't mind, may I take a look?
Huh? Oh, no need. Actually, I was just being polite. I don't see why not. Let me show you. This thing is pretty fun.
Puzzle? Oh, it is. Okay, the Jade Abacus substrate system developed by the Artisan Commission moved the computing modules with subroutines stored in them to base with a corresponding pattern so that the substrate can function normally. This is a computing module that can be moved. Select the axis base to move the computing module around it. Move all the computing modules to the corresponding base to make the substrate function normally. What? Is that not what we're supposed to do? Put it... Apparently not, because it's not... Move the computing module to the position indicated on the panel. Are we trying to get it here? Is that what you mean? Oh, it is what you mean. Okay.
Wow, you're amazing, Mr. Yang. You handled that well for an outsider. I officially hand over the title of Keeper of the Loafing Gate to you.
Anyone here surprised? Anyone?
Oh, this one is a halo.
Here comes trouble.
Can't we run around to them for a change?
I'll see you off.
Rules are made to be broken.
Okay, they do revive.
There's no time to lose.
Okay, the floating ones do not revive. But the common soldiers do. Okay. Let's see. Anything hidden? Trying to figure out which way is the path forward so that I can explore in the opposite direction. Okay, it looks like that's the to the right is the path forward. So let's go this way.
no mercy. Conflict is pitiless.
A will forged in ice never falters!
So how did everyone handle the AO3 attack? Did everyone
Battles are
have
chess games.
their fan
No
fiction
two are
downloaded so that they could read it with the site being down? Because I only have like 2 of them downloaded, I believe. One of them that I really enjoy from the Scum Villain self-saving system fandom, and the other one, I think it's from the Obey Me fanfiction. I'm not 100% sure. I'd have to look up which other one I have saved. I don't read it as often, but I just really liked it when I read it. Like, straight up, I had such a good time reading it. I'm like, oh, I have to download this so that if I want to again, I can read it. While the Scum self-saving system, when it's not done, every time it gets updated, I re-download it because I am so afraid if that author ever takes down their work,
Are made to be broken!
or something like the site goes down, that I wouldn't be able to get it again. The minute that one's finished, I am printing it out for to have like a physical copy for myself. But yeah, I think with this last attack, people
A
have
moment's excitement, nothing more.
figured out that they need to start saving their favorite authors' works in some capacity so that... Oh, I wonder if I can now unlock those doors that I couldn't before, because I now have that new door unlock game. Okay, so these guys aren't Mars-struck.
I'm sorry, the Cloud Knights have orders from the Master Diviner to secure the Commission's safety. The area up ahead is temporarily closed.
Okay, never mind. I'm not allowed to be there yet. Gonna have to re-explore everything once we're allowed to, because there's a lot of like glitters on boxes that I can't get to either yet because for whatever reason I can't investigate them. One of these birds. The decor here is so gorgeous. Picking up delivery and plotting out shortest route to destination. I guess this is a benefit if you have this door open. Otherwise, I'd be like, path blocked, please open door. Sincerely appreciate your help. Please take this as thanks. See, what's interesting is like sometimes you can hear the boxes even if they're behind like a puzzle like that. Like you can hear them even though they haven't spawned in. So sometimes it just drives me nuts because I'm like looking around for the puzzle being like, where is it? But it's nowhere to be found. Could we always re-investigate these? Oh, I'm stuck. I can't move. Oh no, I can't move. Did I just like break the game? Because I cannot move. I can only change between characters. Okay, finally can move again. I think I was not supposed to be able to, or I wasn't supposed to interact with that a second time, considering that it just froze my character there. But easily remedied because... Well, like, look, it looks like you should be able to interact with it because it still has the puzzle thing. I want to take a photo so that I can just design rooms that look like this. It's so pretty. Okay, a person. Do you know what's going on? I cannot interact with you in any capacity. Okay. Oh, I got an achievement.
This is the Matrix of Prescience, a large-scale Jade Abacus calculation terminal. It's the pride and joy of the Divination Commission.
Are you allowed to tell us that?
We've heard the term Jade Abacus a few times now. Would you mind explaining what it is, Miss Qingque?
Thank you, Welt. I was also wondering.
A Jade Abacus is just... a Jade Abacus.
That is not helpful.
That's a good question, Mr. Yang. It might take me a minute to give you an answer. The book, Glimpses into the Beyond, describes it as living jade engraved with symbols for divination into the unknown. Just like engraving a seal, the craftsmen of the Xianzhou Artisanship Commission carve faint symbols into pieces of jade and then insert them into machines to get them to operate according to a certain intention. Some jade abacuses are small enough to fit inside bracelets and jewelry. We put the bigger ones into instruments of calculation, so we can simulate the future and learn from the past.
So kind of like a computer chip.
Take the Matrix of Prescience here as an example. As long as sufficient information is provided, it can answer questions on anything.
An AI,
from the
then.
evolution of natural phenomena to the metabolism of living things.
So it's a computer AI, okay.
They say the theory behind the symbols was handed down by Noose, the Wisdom Walker. The principles are so profound that in the Divination Commission, only the Master Diviner truly understands them.
Me. This is what I was saying. Other computers.
Seems like it. But Jade Abacus does sound a lot better. Besides, ordinary computers don't have cool backstories. Technology handed down from Noose. Huh. Even in Madame Herta's space station. I never saw anything related to Noose.
Anyway, don't dwell on names. As long as the machine works, what does it matter whether it's a Jade Abacus or a computer? Just like today. Would it have mattered if Baichue had brought you here instead of Qingque? It makes no difference at all. We're almost at the Matrix of Prescience core. The Master Diviner should be waiting.
I mean, it might make a difference because that person might have seen that the gate is locked and been like, oh, we should wait until we find out why the gates are locked back at the place, the other place we were at, the safe zone, to find out, and then the Master Diviner will tell us when we can go. Well, this person is a slacker, and so they know how to get in through the back door, and so, you know, that's the reason why we're still here. So it might make a difference. Oh, Jing Yuan.
Diviner Fu, how are things progressing?
We're fluctuating between the heaven and thunder trigrams. A step forward bridges no distance hence.
Why is this man only appearing in holograms? The last time we saw you, were just hanging out in your office. Why can't you just come down here yourself?
And for those who don't speak Fushen?
It's an utter disaster. How's that for a Divination Commission fortune? The Matrix of Prescience has stopped operating, and the symbols have dimmed. There are Stellaron spirits wreaking havoc inside the Commission, and the Cloud Knights are struggling to protect civilians. I want to restore the Matrix of Prescience, but I have no forces available. And on top of all of that, General, we still have to deal with the Stellaron Hunter you handed to us. If that's not an utter disaster, then I don't know what is.
So you have Kafka here, right? Who willingly came here. We all know that. And you brought her straight into the place where your, like, supercomputer is that has all of the knowledge of the Law Fu. That is currently down, and she has a super hacker, Silverwolf, at her disposal, who's probably the one that's been blocking your signals currently. Do you think that's a great idea? Just bringing Kafka straight to the heart of your supercomputer that controls everything and can apparently see into the future to a degree?
But you're Fu Shen, the seer, the boundless omniscient. Bringing luck and avoiding misfortune is your strong suit, isn't it?
You don't need to flatter me, General. It's natural for fortune to fluctuate. There's no escaping it. The Divination Commission simply does its best to uncover the good and the bad and then make the right decisions. We have no magical means to turn the tide.
And that is precisely why we need you in charge. When it comes to handling clairvoyant Stellaron hunters, who better than Fu Shen the Seer? As for reinforcements, you didn't think I'd be unprepared, did you?
Still making us do his bidding, I see.
Look, help has just arrived.
Master Diviner, I brought you the guests. Though, it wasn't your order I received.
We did not agree to this, sir. We just agreed to help you find Kafka.
So general. Even guests are on the payroll these days?
I mean, if he pays us.
Well, since they're here already, I may as well make use of them.
I would, literally the minute I heard that, I would sit down and refuse to do anything else for the rest of the time I was there. Quite literally, I'd shove my heels into the floor and be
Entering
like,
the matrix of
flipping a
prescience
finger.
without my permission is a breach of protocol. Would be an ungracious thing to say in the present circumstances. I admit I'm pleasantly surprised to see you here.
We were expected to be here. You told us to come here, though.
Qingque is often unreliable, but she comes through for us when the need arises. It's nice to have people I can entrust with difficult matters. I'm not like the General, and you don't even belong to my commission. I certainly won't be bossing you around.
No need for the formalities. We heard what the General said. If you need something from us, just say the word.
Why are you suddenly on his side? I thought you would also be digging your heels in like me. Why are you suddenly like, hey, okay, let's do it? I'm like, excuse me, no.
Very well, then I'll keep this brief. The Divination Commission is currently understaffed. I need your help to restart the Matrix of Prescience's space terminals. And eliminate the Stellaron spirits along the way.
Maybe I'm just stubborn and petty. Maybe that's my issue.
Yes, but you needn't worry. You have my permission. Qingque will accompany you. She'll be in charge of restarting the terminal. As for eliminating the spirits...
I hath divined our future. We are destined to be errand runners. Forever.
I mean, if you just let them walk all over you like this, yes, that is our future.
What? Which magic word?
Oh my gosh, she's me.
The universal one? Please?
Please.
Good enough.
Can I go talk to this man so that I can punch him? I know he's a hologram, but that should allow me to get at least one cheap shot in. Anyway. Let's see, it wants us to go that way, so of course we are going to ignore that and go in the other direction. A puzzle? A puzzle I cannot interact with. Okay, so probably, we'll check the other one just to make sure. I probably will unlock each of these one at a time and then be able to go to these, and then whichever one's the last one will be where the big part of the story progresses, I'm sure. Oh, it looks so interesting. I did not even look at that. So it acts like the teleporters that are on Inazuma Island in Genshin. Got it. I hope with all the pottery I'm breaking that it's gonna be a big... And like that Jinyuan's just gonna receive a big bill being like, your guest broke 20 vases of that cost X amount of dollars each. Okay. Can't do that. Oh, look at that. Let's see. So it looks like it's only that big boss that's, or that mini, oop, didn't mean to hit him twice.
Let's wait and see.
That mini boss. And we'll do it as you.
Repay.
Rules are made to be broken.
But yeah, the AO3 attack is just to get more creative with my bingo card because multiple billionaires dying, AO3 attack, the internet potentially going down. Like, I just did not get that creative with my bingo card.
Never falters.
I obviously need to put more craziness into it next time.
The dead return! Conflict is pitiless!
But yeah, one of the things I definitely want to do is eventually, like, there's a machine that I found that's like a bookbinding machine. Once I get back more into art and do more consistent drawing again, I would definitely want to do like sketches for certain fanfiction that I've read, so that I can like draw out stuff and then make the books out of the the really good fan fiction I've read, so that I have physical copies of it, so that I can have it on my bookshelf. You never know either when an author might decide that they no longer want to have their stuff out for like consumption for anyone, and so you always want to download any fan fiction that you want to keep. Like one of my friends, specifically for like a rare pair, she in like a certain fandom, she will go and download all of the books, all the fan fiction, to make an archive of them, because of the fact that there are so many times like an author will take down their work, and so but then people will be like, oh, I had this amazing fan fiction I used to read, but it's no longer there, like the author has taken it down, so I can't read it anymore. And so that's what my friend does, is she archives all of them and has like summaries, so a lot of times she can help people find the fan fiction they're trying to find, so that they can have a copy of it again and be able to read it, because it does bring so much.
This is the temporal terminal. Observes the potential of the temporal plane. They say this terminal is designed to retrieve information related to time.
Wonder if this will unlock any secrets according to our lore. So let's turn to the Trailblazer. But I'm just gonna ignore that for a second. Let me run around. Okay, can't do that. Oh, this thing's called an abomination? Interesting. But yeah, but fanfiction is just like, it's become like such a part of like so many people's lives, and both like healing and like just like a place to find joy. And so when you have like a fan fiction that you've read that you just really adored, and then to find out that it's no longer available to you when you go back to read it, it can be like really heartbreaking. Oh, so they like self-destruct to do you damage.
Here,
interesting.
A will forged in ice.
Yeah,
Never
so
falter.
hopefully one of these things with like everybody concerned that fanfiction was gonna go down, fanfiction.net, and the AO3 attack, that people will like make sure to
Reach the end of the
download your
story in
favorite
your own
fix, or even just the scare that the internet might go down, that people realize that if it's not a physical copy, that it's subject to just disappearing instantaneously. Which is also something we've realized with streaming services and the issues we've had with the stuff that has been befalling the writers recently, is that how easy it is for studios to just get rid of entire like series and works just because they don't want to have to pay their writers or their actors or anything, like the residuals or anything else. How easy it is for them to remove entire shows that could mean so much to people at the drop of a hat, or just as like tax write-offs. Okay, can't go there. Yeah, all this to say, make sure if you can to download or somehow make a more permanent copy for yourself of your favorite shows or your favorite works and whatnot, so that if our corporate overlords see fit to try and just delete them from the internet, that you still have a copy in some manner. I really hope that like CD burning will come back soon, because people are gonna realize how easily and how little our corporate overlords care about media, and make sure that people know how to like
the story in your own way.
To make sure that stuff doesn't just disappear at any point in time. Okay, see, I need to get... This might be a little bit harder. Oh, okay, yeah. And this one, not that one, this side, rotate other way. There we go, and that gets everyone on the same side, which we just need to flip it over anyway. There we go.
So that's
Wonder when I'll get another... Oh yeah, I did get another text message, didn't I? Let's check to make sure it's not that, the Cube Society or whatever. Oh, this is the secretary we flirted with. Kalis, I'm, Chief Secretary of the Skyfaring Commission. The Palace of Astrum is running a small event for visitors to better understand the Zin Show. Would you be interested? Is that where I get to enjoy the luxurious Zin Show, life of my dreams? Where did you get all these ideas? I haven't even said anything. I don't know if you've met him before, but the Skyfaring Commission has a speed tester named Tantan. He hoped that the public could actively participate in traffic management and become more aware of the potential road hazards. To that end, he is planning a Zin Show speed tester experience. Oh, I thought the star skiffs were all like I didn't think you were driving them. I thought they were just like automatic AI powered self-driving things. There are too few attendees because the event is too boring, so Madam Yukong asked me to help her get more people. Would you mind attending this? Pretty please? All you need to do is record the traffic flow through Starskip Haven. It's simple work. Just stand in the lane and count. It feels like something, isn't there some kind of advice for this? Or it sounds like insufficient to use humans for this. The whole thing is mainly about participation. It's an experience for people to take part in. It is only when you get involved and count the Starskip traffic flow firsthand that you'll get the unforgivable, meaningful experience that is the whole event is meant to provide. Hey, why do I have to spell it out so clear for you? If you're ready, please go find Tantan. Oh, so I can... No, that's not the event either. I was like, can I do the event then? Looks like we got some achievements. Activate 10 space anchors on the Jinsho Lofu. In a single battle, cause Arumatsu Gatekeeper to enter the Rast state 3 times. And when the Wind Waker watches you, find Ching Chui, who is working hard at playing games. Okay, now that we have explored the area, we can now go back to the main quest. Okay. Not the YouTube play icon. What is this one? Matar Magnus is a large-scale Jade Abacus calculation terminal used to calculate shipping routes and predict future events. To activate the base terminal, simply move the layout on the ground to match the pattern and the shape that is shown above. Okay. And then just move that one there to make the YouTube play icon.
That should do it. What? You just matched up those symbols. Is that it? The more complex something is, the more important it is to keep it simple. Don't you think? If it's so simple, why didn't your master diviner come and do it herself?
Delegation.
Maybe deep down she just wants to be lazy once in a while. Like me.
So we're gonna have to do this 2 more times before it will let us progress with the main story. Yep. Are these areas still locked? They are not. Okay, we're doing pretty good time-wise. I don't think we're gonna be able to get through this section of the story if I continue to do all the exploring before we're done, because we only have about 36 more minutes.
Is that...
But exploring is half the fun for me, so... It's said to be able to create a calming atmosphere that helps the diviners focus on their work, yet you are not sure how it works. I wonder if that's like the, Oh, can you move between the different areas? Instead of having to go up off the big area? Oh, one of these rotating things. Okay. So, rotate, and then now my question is, if I rotate it, does it move? Okay, that's what we needed to know. So I need this thing to be like 2 blocks behind. Ooh. Yep. Like that. Okay, and that will take me over there. So am I technically in the middle one? Okay, so yeah, it goes to this one, and then this one you can just literally walk over there. Alright, we'll go the other way. That way I have done all of the puzzles for it. Unless this way's still blocked. I don't think it will be because of the color of the door now. What? No battle on this one? And no puzzle? But yeah, I could talk about that,
are made to be broken.
That fanfiction from Scumvillain all day. It's one of those, like,
here,
if you go back in time and redo it's almost like, so Scumvillain itself is an isekai in principle, right? You get isekai'd into
a moment's excitement, nothing more.
Yeah.
Into the body of a villain, and then you have to make sure that you survive the ending, and somehow you end up having the main male protagonist fall in love with you, right? Traditional, like, villainess-esque isekai story, right? Alright. So we need it here and there. Easy peasy. That takes me up to the top. Let's make sure we get the other one unlocked, and then we'll go back down to where we were. Oh, that one's got a boss monster. Alright, let's see. So we need to go here and there. I need to rotate that out, so that way I can rotate that in. We'll do that monster fight in a moment. I just wanted to unlock the puzzle. That must be... I feel like you would get such severe vertigo doing that. Like, I can literally feel the nausea.
This must be the Karma Terminal. They say this terminal is designed to establish the causal relationships between objects.
How are we doing? 4 more treasure chests. Okay. I can hear a treasure chest. There it is. Superman with an added triangle. This one, put it there. This one, put it there. Easy enough.
Done. Next.
She sounds bored. Find it. How did I get down there? I thought these areas would take a little bit longer to clear out, so I might be able to get this part done. But yeah, so Scum Villain's like already an isekai, but this author was like, oh, what if we go back and do like a retelling,
Excitement. Nothing more.
reincarnator style, like they go back in time and they're allowed to like fix and like make it better, right? Which reincarnator, like fix-it AUs were popular in fanfiction before they became like, they're super popular in manhwa and webtoons right
Made
now,
to be
but
broken.
they were already like pretty common in fanfiction, right?
The dead return.
One of my favorite tropes is fix-it fix, especially if the character like goes back in time. That's why I like it so much in webtoons. But so this one is where he gets through the plot of the Scum Villain story, right? And then he dies of like, I think old age or something. And the system's like, oh, host, you have acquired enough points that you can go back in time and redo your life, like play through part 2. Which is, and you get to like keep all your skills and knowledge from your first playthrough, which is common in video games. And so of course, he's interested in it. And let's see. All right, so we want I want all of them together, so we want this one rotate, then rotate that again. Always getting everything to match up on one side, that's the most difficult. Need to separate them slightly. There we go. I can never figure out which one of these is which. Other one. This is the exact same thing that the other one was. Like where it needs to end up at least. And so Shinyan is like, of course I'll do it. Oh, I think that's the Hex Club like we were talking about. The purpose of this questionnaire is to collect feedback about the Hexenius beta implementation. We hope you will be honest with us as possible, and we have prepared some gifts for those with most sincere answers. Your answers will not be revealed to any third party. Thank you for supporting the Hexenius Secret Society. What is your gender? Can't be defined. I do not identify as either male or female, which is true. I'm non-binary. I think I'm like 16 days old, but I have no idea if we are the Trailblazer reincarnated, how old we are. So we'll say 1 to 100. Do you know what the Hexenius is? I know what the Hexenius is. You told me. How did you come to know about the Hexenius? I found out about the Hexenius through the official account. You told me. That was the closest to you told me. I think they're pretty easy. Do you have any other comments about our Hexenius? They're interesting. Thank you for participating in our questionnaire. Please continue to support the Hexenius. What, I don't even get like a prize for supporting it, for doing your questionnaire? No stellar jade, no nothing? But yeah, so he gets to go back in time and like, but he gets to go back prior to his first, when he showed up in the novel, right? His points. Oh, your phone died? Oh no.
Are made to be broken.
Well, we're just running around the Divine Commission, doing some exploration as we try to fix the AI. Yeah, having some good sleep. I know it's like super early for you right now. It's like 2 or 3 in the morning for you, so definitely get some sleep.
Nothing major.
Yeah, so he goes back to prior when he arrives in the into the novel, which gives him like more information about his Shinju's background and personality and whatnot. And so like that's one of the things he's trying to find out is like the entire story of Shinju, because it gets him more points. And then the story continues in arcs of like as he goes back further and further in time, finding out about Shinju and living his life if he had been able to and like finding out why he acts the way he does and things like that. Why does it have a... Oh, was fighting them considered like a mini boss kind of thing? And so it was really good. I'm kind of concerned though because I really like the current playthrough that he's in, because he does reset a few times going further back in time, and so because of that all of his relationships with the people that we've read and built and whatnot go away, because that's what happens when you go back in time. You have to start a relationship over again, and I really like the relationship he currently has set up. So I'm like really afraid that that we're reaching the point in the fan fiction where the writer is going to
I commend.
Let's wait and see.
That the writer is going to reset him soon.
What the heck is this? It looks like a walking gate.
We've fought like 3 of them by now.
Take it easy. There's nothing supernatural on the Cianzhou. It's an Arumaton. It's guarding the Matrix of Prescience. They're stationed at various strategic places. I feel like it needs a sign saying mortals forbidden or something. Are you sure it won't fly into a rage if we walk past it? We're here by order of the Master Diviner to restart the Matrix of Prescience. Friends, not foes.
Fish are friends, not food.
Passage prohibited.
March, you should join the Divination Commission. Quick, do something.
Repay. Don't get complacent.
Oh, I can't auto battle. Okay.
Eternal sleep is nothing.
Dead return! Let's go. This ends here.
But yeah, so I'm really concerned that the author is about to reset him.
There's no time to
and I have gotten so invested in like his current playthrough and the relationships he's made with the characters that I think I will actually like cry when the author resets him to go further back, because the way this setup has been so far is that it looks like he will get enough points that he will be able to reset one more time, which will allow him to start over his life at the beginning of like when Shinju was a slave. And so but he's built up his relationships with his companions so much that I'm actually gonna be so sad when he has to reset to get that last bit of like life. But it's written so well. If anyone wants to know what the fanfiction is, just drop a comment. I will be more than willing to tell you. I just don't want to put it up here on a live stream because I don't know if the author would be okay with that, you know?
This ends here.
Don't want to put anyone on blast if they don't want to be. Okay, that one's locked from the other side. How do you get there then? Okay, let's go over there because I want to make sure I explore everything. Doo-doo. But yeah, definitely I want to get that one. I want to draw for it. I want to get that one printed out. And then I'll probably split it up into each time the author has him go back in time into like separate books because they are it's quite a long fan fiction. I am very impressed by the writer for being able to write such a long, well researched and thought out fan fiction like that one is. Half of my live stream is just recommending my recent webtoon reading and fan fictions I've read recently to you all.
Let me guess. Time, karma. I bet the next terminal is energy related. Darn, the spatial terminal. They say this terminal is designed to retrieve information related to space. You probably could have guessed that.
I hear a treasure chest. We are only down to 2 more, so... I think we have to fight you. Ooh. Oh my gosh. Let's see, what's a good... speaking of webtoons, what are the webtoons I've read recently? I've only read the first 2 chapters of... what is it called?
Made to be broken!
Dutch's Lo-Fi Coffee House. So far it's pretty good. Usually when someone gets like isekai'd into the body of like a side character, a mob, they're like, oh, I'm gonna be super lazy because I'm in a rich house, and then they end up working like super hard because they're trying to prove themselves to whoever their spouse is. But this one's great. She straight up is like, I am going to live like a hermit because you have a lot of money. And he's like, great, I don't want to deal with you. And she actually lives like a hermit and does absolutely nothing. We love that for her. Ooh. But it's so far, at least I can only find 2 chapters. Because, you know, you gotta use those interesting websites to be able to see things in English.
You're made to be broken.
Trying to see which ones I have not already suggested to you all. I have the ones that I just have open in tabs. I have suggested a few of those to you all on a prior live stream. I want Debut or Die to update faster.
Never falters!
The official thing just came out, the official English translation, and so I'm like... I've been using a spicy site up to this point to be able to read it, but the site I was using deleted it for reasons I'm sure you can guess. Or the other sites I've gone to do not have it updated all the way that it could be, because I've seen on some places that it's all the way up to 30 because season 1 is over with, which I think ends on episode 30, and most sites that I find it on only have it up to like 15, and I'm like, I want to read more as a traditional design because Debut or Die is so good. Okay, so we're only missing one treasure chest now. What is the design? Infinity symbol. All right. So this one needs to be here. And then this one goes here. Easy enough.
Ugh, we did it. All 3 terminals activated. Let's go back to the core and report to the Master Diviner.
Alright, let's make sure there's nothing I haven't looked at. Okay, so yeah, probably the last chest is probably over here in this unexplored area. Since I only... well, oh no, I still have 2. Okay, the other 2 chests are probably in that unexplored area. Alright, we have your computer up and running.
Well done, all of you. I can sense the matrix of prescient symbols re-illuminating. Now, to interrogate Kafka. Those of you in the core may feel a few impacts. Are you ready?
Let's go. Cutscene?
Is this really necessary? I said I'd cooperate with you.
Okay, 1, where is her jacket? 2, what's happened to her eyes? Like, she actually has pupils now. Is this the real Kafka? It feels like it's a clone because her eyes are wrong in its full entirety.
I have no interest in the words of wanted criminals, especially those skilled in the art of manipulation.
Because, like, that was, like, one of the things. I saw some people talking about they hate the fact that she has pupils now compared to her older design. But it seems very jarring that they would just randomly give her pupils. So I imagine this has something to do with the quest. Like, it's a clone. She's using some kind of skill. Because I want to pull for Kafka. Straight up, I want to pull for Kafka. But if her playable model is designed like this, where she has the pupils, I don't want it. I adore her, like, pupilless eyes.
So, say what you will. I'm here to witness the divination of the Matrix of Prescience. The Divination Commission has ways of extracting the truth, and they're far more effective than a conversation.
She looks so different with pupils.
Then please, Master Diviner, witness my destiny.
Why is she nodding to us like, alright, your turn? Or is she just prepping us?
I can't believe it.
Is my internet bad? Why is it glitching so badly? Or is that part of the cutscene that it's like distorted like that?
But the Matrix of Prescience cannot be wrong.
I'm guessing my internet has to be bad because that lag is really bad, but I haven't had lag this bad in the game in a while. Oh yeah, my bars are down. But my internet here says it's fine, but that says it's bad. How about this? No, it says my bitrate's holding steady. I do have some lag though in the stream. Interesting. What'd you see?
Kafka has nothing to do with Stellaron, but you... It's you.
Yes, I am a Stellaron. We are aware of this. Oh, is this where we're running?
Absurd. I'd never have thought it.
What, that I have a Stellaron housed in my body? I feel like something bad is occurring. Are we about to have to run? What just happened?
Ask her yourself. Take as long as you wish. I must report this to the General immediately. Please excuse me.
I feel like something bad just occurred. Like some really bad miscommunication just occurred.
You go ask her.
He's like, I feel like this is wrong. Either that or it's like maybe that I'm the Trailblazer reincarnated.
I know you still have many questions for Kafka yourself.
Oh man, that is glitching so terribly. I am so sorry. I don't know why that... Is it just that cutscene or is... No, because I can walk around pretty easily. Everything else seems to be working. That cutscene is just laggy as all get out. Prophets do not prophesize. Witness the mystery of the Divination Commission's Matrix. Interrogate Kafka. I like that she's just floating. The pupilless thing is still... I feel like she's manipulating us. She says she has like there's some kind of way that she can manipulate people, because you remember that she made the soldiers attack us even though they're kind of on our side. And so the fact that we're seeing her with the pupils, I'm almost wondering if she's like kept us in a hallucination this entire time, and even the divination that Fu Xuan just saw might be made by her.
You haven't changed a bit. I'm sorry you have to see me in such a sorry state.
We have no beef with her, and she's kind of... Everyone jokes, but she kind of is like our mother figure, so...
Concerned about me? I'm fine. The Cienjo is always courteous with its captives. I didn't talk to you on the train because I knew you and I would get to talk alone here. Worth waiting for, don't you think? You seem to have a lot to ask me.
Well, it's good for the Kafka cosplayers to get to see her without her coat, see the design of her shirt. What'd she see? I don't particularly care what their objective is.
Elio said he foresaw 3 questions, but they would be the same in essence. If I were to hear one of them, I would then tell you the objective of this trip in all its detail.
Oh my gosh, I might need to end the stream if it's gonna be lagging this badly, so that you all can actually hear what she's saying.
Since you asked one of the 3 questions, it means everything is going smoothly. Are you ready to hear my answer? Cienjo's Stellaron problem is not directly linked to us. But if you look at it from Elio's perspective, you can't say the Stellaron hunters are completely innocent. We foresaw all this long ago, but chose to remain indifferent until the time was right for us to get involved. Diviner Fu was surprised because she discovered 3 truths. 1. The Stellaron hunters are not enemies of the Xianzhou. You know this now, though you refuse to believe it. 2. Someone else brought the Stellaron into the Xianzhou and activated it. A result of both internal unrest and external aggression. Traitors on the Luofu and enemies from outside want to overthrow the Xianzhou. The Master Diviner is in a hurry to find the general, presumably to inform him of this fact. However, that's all the Master Diviner knows, because Elio withheld key pieces of information from me. He foresaw the Divination Commission using the matrix of prescience against me. To guard against setbacks, he ensured that I knew only what he wanted the Xianzhou Alliance to know in this moment. As for number 3, even in their wildest dreams, the Xianzhou Alliance could never have guessed it. If the Stellaron hunters aren't the cause of all this, then why are Blady and I even here?
Probably for Dan Heng. I've been saying this all along, that this is a trap for Dan Heng.
We're here for you.
I didn't expect that, considering you left me on the Herta space station. Why would you come back to get me? Question mark.
Sounds ridiculous, doesn't it? It's no wonder Fu Shen doesn't believe it either. But the matrix of prescience doesn't lie. The answer is just that bizarre. The Stellaron hunters appearing here, Blady getting arrested, me being lured to the matrix of prescience. It was all to bring you, the Astral Express crew, to the Xianzhou.
Okay, so it's the royal you and the same thing as the royal we. It's not just me, as in Kalis, but also the rest of the crew.
In the future that Elio chose, the power of the hunt is indispensable. And that's why the Astral Express crew had to come to the Luofu and achieve something important for the Xianzhou. You had to establish a connection with the Alliance.
Oh, okay, so it is still actually me. It's just the rest of the crew is coming along to help me, because just like we had to go to Belobog to get the preservation path, we have to be here to get the hunt path.
And that's why I had to trick you into coming here. I needed you to meet the Luofu's general in person and to help him resolve the Stellaron crisis. I needed the Alliance to owe you a favor. That way, in the future, at the most critical moment, the Xianzhou will offer you their help.
I am so sorry that it's lagging like this, unless it's literally part of it. I don't think it would possibly be part of it. The background music isn't lagging though, that's why it's confusing me that she's lagging so much. Almost like, I keep saying that she might be a hologram, but I don't know if it's just my internet that's making her lag like this, or if it's part of it.
surprised? The notorious Stellaron hunters did all that just to make you a hero of the Cienjo? Quite the plot twist, don't you think?
What is the future? We already know that the reason she's helping me is because of the fact that Elio has foreseen that I am going to be the one that brings about the best possible future. So that's why we know there's no point in her lying about it. So, like, what is the future that Elio is seeing?
Like I said, Elio withheld key pieces of information from me. The future holds endless possibilities. Knowing the right thing at the wrong time could spoil all our hard work.
She's referring Elio, but she's got the Destruction Archon behind her. And didn't the Destruction Archon travel with the Trailblazer? I wonder if Elio is the Destruction Archon. Oh, not Archon, Eon.
There is only one thing I can tell you about the future. In the best and the worst cases, you will eventually have to face Nanook, the Destruction. And when that time comes, you will need all the help you can get. It will be a brutal struggle of bionic proportions. Proportions that neither you, nor I, nor the Astral Express will ever be able to reach. In the vast majority of futures, that's when destiny ends. But if we follow Elio's plan, there may be a glimmer of hope on the horizon. You know, even Eons can be killed.
Yeah, because the Trailblazer was killed, which might be why she brought us back if we are the Trailblazer Eon. Concurrently, at the other end of the Lafu.
Hey, Luocha. You didn't finish telling us about the propagation. Keep going, it's interesting. So, Neons can die, huh? Weird. I thought they were invincible.
There is no true invincibility or immortality in the world. Such exaggerations are born of the perspectives of ordinary beings. Nonetheless, ordinary beings could not have orchestrated the fall of the propagation. That Eon was slain at the hands of another Eon.
I don't understand. They're all Eons. Why do they want to fight?
Isn't it because they're like manifestations of a concept? And so if you have like a life and death Eon, they might just by nature fight against each other because of their concepts.
Are you really from the Xianzhou? Other Eons aside, surely you must know the story of Lan and Yaoshe. Isn't destroying the Eon Yaoshe the Alliance's cherished aim?
He does seem suspicious.
Well, I know a little. My mom made me practice with swords all day. I didn't really go to school.
In that case, let's just change the subject. If you don't know about the feud between the Hunt and the Abundance, I'm afraid there's just too much to explain.
Fine. How's this for a subject? What's in the box?
Oh, this one? It's a casket, more commonly known as a coffin. It's for containing the remains of the deceased.
The deceased? Aren't you a merchant?
Yes, indeed. This is just part of my job. I was asked to deliver this coffin to the Xianzhou. I'd quite forgotten. For long life species, death is probably a distant concept.
Nope. The Cloud Knights spend a lot of time on the battlefield. Death is a common occurrence. It's just, we don't put bodies in boxes? Coffins. In the Xianzhou, people go to the Hall of Karma in the Ten Lords Commission and consecrate the names and jade abacuses of the dead. It's our way of saying goodbye. The Foxians and the Videodora have their own ceremonies. Foxian soldiers place their dead in star skiffs and then let them drift out into the stars. They call it the returning.
Viking funeral? Nice.
As for the Videodora, they're more mysterious. They say that when a Videodora is very old or has a fatal injury, they turn into an egg that looks like a pearl. When the shell breaks, they come out looking young again. My mom calls the Videodora long scions. When I was young, she told me stories of how the Videodora could turn into dragons. I don't know if that's true. What do you know? Silent but deadly speaks.
Your mother is right. The Videodora are long scions. They are descendants of the Eon of Permanence. That was why some, but not all, could turn into dragons. The power was a rare inheritance, passed down only to those who could successfully complete numerous rites and challenges. For the inheritor, it was hard to say whether it was a blessing or a curse.
This is the issue with spoilers, is we know what his 5-star form looks like, so we already know that this is a telling sentence.
I've heard the story of Long the Permanence and their descendants. Many myths and legends praise the Eon for a rich and immortal life. But for some reason, the Eon disappeared among the stars without a trace. Almost as if they had never existed, leaving only their descendants.
Doesn't his badge kind of look like the one you'd see in Belobog on the Knights?
Every life has its limit. Even the Eons are not truly immortal, and will eventually reach the end of their lives.
Let me ask you one more question. Do you know the person in the coffin?
Yes.
Friend?
No.
So, a sweetheart?
Miss, whatever gave you that impression? The individual in the coffin is neither friend nor relative. We met only once. By chance, I made someone a promise, and so I have to run this errand. Let's leave it at that, shall we? I think we've all had enough rest.
I want to know who's in the coffin. I actually want to know. I hope it tells us in his side quest and his companion mission, because I would actually like to know who's in his coffin. Alright. Can we get... Okay, I cannot leave this area. Alright, I was about to be like, I am out of time, but... See, I'm not having any lag here. Why was I only having lag in that one cutscene, but it's stating that my rate is still the same as when I was in that cutscene? So, like, why was that cutscene just lagging so hard? And there's no map, so there's really no point in exploring. I guess we get a little bit longer of a...
What was that?
Okay, so this is what I was talking about, that like if you were in a story, I'm surprised it doesn't make us like play as the characters in the story, but it is making us do it here. Too bad it doesn't like let you play as when you have those characters, because I'm sure my Danhong and my Luosha might be better built than... But maybe not. the default story versions. Can I look? Okay, maxed out. Pretty decent armor. Traces are okay. Interesting.
Mara struck.
It looks like someone's hurt.
Wait. Let's think before we act.
Silent but deadly. Locha, let's charge in together. If we take them out quickly, we can rescue the girl.
What happened to us letting you handle it?
I've only got 2 hands. Please, I'll wangle you a prize for your bravery or something when it's all over.
Enough.
Dunhug's like, come on guys. I wonder if she'll turn into a Mara struck once we save her. Oh my gosh, that chicken is so funny. Anyway, so debut or die is like, you have, this one is like a combo one.
Miss, are you okay?
Her outfit's interesting.
What do you think?
Sorry, I didn't see any blood, so I thought you were okay. You're a puppet.
My motor is broken. I can't move. Are you a Cloud Knight? Good. Take me to the Realm Keeping Commission.
Locha, silent but deadly. I'm afraid we have to delay things again. This lady is one of the judges of the Ten Lords Commission. As a Cloud Knight, I must prioritize her orders. I'm sorry. If I'd known, I wouldn't have got you to come with me. You'd probably be there by now if you'd gone by yourself.
I happen to have some medical knowledge. Perhaps I can treat the young lady's injuries?
She's a cyborg. Do you have mechanical knowledge?
Oh, it's just... she's a puppet. I think we should just take her to the Realm Keeping Commission?
Don't worry, Miss Sushang. Leave it to me.
Why did his entire voice change?
You might get an aching or numbing sensation, but it shouldn't be too painful. Do you think you can hold still?
It won't work. My body is mechanical, not flesh and blood.
Be it mechanical or organic, we're still dealing with composite substances. I just hope you'll tolerate my methods.
Oh, so it's more of like alchemy than healing. Okay. More alchemy than divine.
Curious.
How... oh, what kind of medical knowledge is this?
Abundance.
Very good. We, no longer need to return to the Realm Keeping Commission. The mission continues.
She has a cool design. I hope she's playable eventually.
As a judge in the employ of the Ten Lords Commission, I am forbidden from interfering in the affairs of outsiders. However, seeing as you came to my aid, a word of advice. Leave as soon as possible. I came to address the root of our crisis by arresting a fugitive, a Stellaron hunter. This villain possesses exceptional swordsmanship and wields a divine weapon. They are extremely dangerous.
Blade.
If it hadn't been for a strange accident, my wake span might have been cut short.
Strange accident?
Come with me.
It's not gonna let me leave anytime soon, is it? Okay.
I've never seen anything like it.
The Stellaron interfering with the ship, I'm sure. A senior member of the crew. The passion in his heart. Meanwhile, in the Divination Commission.
You know, even eons can be killed. Are you kidding? That's not what we want. I just want to tell stories from the past. Stories about eons that have fallen.
Again, probably a reference to the fact that we're the Trailblazer.
Lon the Permanence, Drilla the Beauty, Anna the Order, Tazeronth the Propagation, Akivili the Trailblaze.
Hey, that's probably us.
These names were once known all over the universe. Now they've all but disappeared, leaving behind only masterless paths.
Or we've been built in the image of Akavili, and she's stating masterless paths because we're trying to get elevated to the power of the Trailblaze Eon, so that if we have the power of an Eon, we could potentially take on other Eons.
Currently, there are 3 ways an Eon can perish, known to humanity.
She's glitching out again. And it's only when she's talking, because I had all the other cutscenes with no issues, but it's only when she's talking. So I'm curious if that's on purpose.
1. Paths with overlapping concepts will eventually collide. And the broader path will engulf the narrower one. That's how Enna the Order was assimilated by Sheepe the Harmony. 2. In a war between eons, the stronger side will annihilate the weaker one. That's how Tazeronth the Propagation fell. Under the guidance of the Hunt, the Cienjo Alliance travels the universe, exterminating abominations cultivated by the abundance. So, the Cienjo too are engaged in this process.
That one's the most important to me.
I don't know. Akavili's disappearance was very mysterious. Noose is probably the only one that can answer that question. After all, Droid Head knows everything. What do you think? Fascinating stories, no? They're the kind of stories that folks on the straight and narrow would never tell you.
Yeah, but apparently you need said folks on the straight and narrow, because otherwise you all would have raised Kalis or Stella, whichever one you pick, yourselves. So obviously you need the Astral Express crew to be the ones to raise him and give him like his moral code, his ethical code, essentially. What about the last way? You only gave 2.
Hold on. Any minute now. It's begun.
Stellaron? Corruption? The tree is growing once again.
Let's go, Blady. 2 more places to visit.
Did Kafka escape? How are we gonna explain this to the Master Diviner?
I feel like they had bigger issues.
If what she said is true, we won't have to explain anything.
Hey, did she brainwash you?
I don't know if I'm brainwashed, considering I haven't really been any different. I've never shown hostility to the Stellaron Hunters the entire time that I've had my playthrough, at least. I don't know if the game will acknowledge those choices, but... Alright, it wants me to go there, and probably to go this last area that we have not been in yet. But finally we're out of a cutscene 20 minutes after I normally would have ended this. But thank you all so much for watching. I'm so sorry for that lag or whatever it was, whether it was my internet or if it was just an issue with the game or what that was. But yeah, so I will be back on Sunday at 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. You can watch full raw footage of any videos you've missed on my YouTube. I put them up on Wednesdays and Sundays at 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And I also post TikToks on same name, Poetentate. All links are in my bio, and I post TikToks on Wednesdays, Fridays, and Sundays. I have not posted one for today, so I'll be doing that after the stream sometime soon. Oh, I suddenly got the hiccups. Thank you so much, and I will probably finish my train of thought about debut or die in the next episode. But yeah, so thank you all. We'll see where this is going. It's getting really interesting. Especially the fact that the Stellaron Hunters are actually pretty much completely not related to what's going on, so that's pretty cool. So thank you all for watching me, and goodbye.